I'm rooting for Zelda.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Zelda. It's delayed. The filming's delayed to 2027.
Yeah.
This is a highly anticipated movie. Sony Pictures has pushed back the theatrical release of The Legend of Zelda live-action video game adaptation. The title, which was originally slated for March 26, 2027, is now opening on May 27, 2027, taking the early May weekend slot that's one of the most desirable on the calendar. Nintendo Representative Director Shigeru Miyamoto produces the feature and explained the delay on X, saying the project needed a few extra weeks, to complete. This is Miyamoto. For production reasons, we are changing the release date of the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda to May 7th, 2027. It will be some weeks than the release timing we originally announced, and we will take the extra time to make the film as good as it can be. Wes Ball is directing the feature based on Nintendo's famed fantasy-inspired game series. The story centers on the young Link and Princess Zelda, who attempt to save the kingdom of Hyrule from the evil Ganon. I don't know if I said that right. The move gets the film out of the way of both Godzilla and Kong Supernova opening on Zelda's old date and Sonic the Hedgehog 4 arriving mid-March. Zelda has no real competition for its attention for 3 weeks until Star Wars Starfighter arrives late May. All right, John, I'm going to start with my thoughts on this.
Please.
Whoever made the decision to do this should keep their job for a while.
To delay it?
Yes. This is for a lot of different reasons.
Okay.
One, what you just said at the end there. Two, you're playing in the same neighborhood of movies that have done very well.
Yep.
And it's almost like a second summer of Kong and Sonic. Sonic people, they have the formula down at Sonic. The last one might have been better than the other ones, and they're making money.
Yeah.
Kong, they're doing it for they're one of the smart blockbusters, making it for a smaller budget, reasonable budget, healthy budget of like 125 in the last one, hiring good talent, not breaking your budget, making sure people aren't getting first class everywhere they go, so cutting their money down, 125, making a profit. Get the hell out of the way. Plus, 3 weeks later in May, you what we just talked about with school and everything too. Yes, there'll still be kids in school, and that's the thing too. But that is a game that has been around with so many different people. People are pumped about this.
Yeah.
This is a summer movie and then some. You take your time, you get it out there. This could be the start of a major film franchise. Kudos, 100%, very smart. What say you? Okay, it is great to have Turtle Beach back. And I've been talking about Turtle Beach. You guys have been raving about Turtle Beach, and why wouldn't you? The Stealth 700 headset that I got, it was so great. It just stood out to me was the sound, man. Like just playing that Indiana Jones game, as I've told you guys, you could just hear every little thing. I love it. And it locks me in. It's better than the other previous headsets I've had. I don't like being aware that there's other things going on around me. I like being locked into it and hearing every bit of the sound design and just comfortability, to be honest with you. I could wear them for hours. I did. It's almost like they're so comfortable in my head. I was like, oh, I didn't realize I have these things on. I love how precise the audio is. I just feel like I'm so locked into the game when I'm doing it. And it's like that feeling I get when I'm in the theater. I'm just in the world because of the sound. I love sound. You guys know that. The other thing that's great about it is the 80-hour battery. That's crazy. I mean, you don't even feel like you ever have to even charge it. The worst is you're playing something and then it just craps out on you. And you're like, oh, no. The Stealth 700, it has the industry's first ever cross-play dual wireless transmitter system. What it means is that you can seamlessly switch between your consoles and your PC with just a click of the button. It gets even better. While being connected to your console, the Stealth 700 can connect with your phone for music streaming or taking calls at the same time. Listen to your favorite songs while gaming, and it's all done with the Stealth 700. And this is the easy part. You head to turtlebeach.com, use that code Kristian for 10% off your entire order. 10% off at turtlebeach.com with the promo code Kristian. But you're going to purchase it, and then they're going to say, hey, where'd you hear about us? You say, our show. You support our show, you tell them that we sent you, and get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today.
Yeah, agreed. And the thing is, they don't even have a star yet, right? So who is leading the film? So they clearly want a little more time to figure out who they're going to cast. And maybe they have someone in mind, and so they're pushing it because that person might have stuff booked already in their future here that would not allow them to be free enough to do this film just yet. So maybe they have someone in mind. They're like, well, we'll delay it a few months, we'll get it right, and we'll get that person on board, and we'll go forward from there. There were rumors that Hunter Schafer was possibly looked at to be the lead on this because they look exactly almost like Zelda. Could be interesting, but maybe they felt like maybe that wasn't the right path. So now they want to allow themselves a little more time to do a bit more of a wider casting search to see who they can get to be a part of it. So yeah, it's not a negative because people aren't like waiting for this and then it's like, okay, we delayed it right before we're about to release it or a couple of months before we're about to release it. Then it feels a little more shady. This way, you're starting from the beginning. You're giving yourself a long runway, and you want to make sure you get everything in place. Plus, Kristian, let's be honest. You mentioned AI earlier. You want to make sure the technology. You want to make sure you're on the cutting edge of technology, so you make this thing look as great as you can make it look. Yes, it's live action, but you're still going to have special effects. So, yeah.
Is Anya Taylor-Joy playing Zelda?
I don't know. I haven't seen that. Who's saying that?
I don't know. All I saw was that she's busy. I didn't know if that meant that she was.
She could be. Maybe that's the situation.
The other thing to talk about,
yeah,
you know who's underrated is Wes Ball.
Yes, what a great last Planet of the Apes movie.
Great movie, and those Maze Runner movies were way better than they should have been.
Right, good point.
Wes Ball is a good director. Yeah. He's a really solid director. I love this choice for Zelda. I like what he does. I like how he builds, like we were talking about before. You build action, you build a big franchise. You know, like it's not an easy feat to take over from Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
And not only are you taking over from Matt Reeves, you're taking over from Matt Reeves without Andy Serkis.
Right.
And you did it. And then some. That's a good movie. An underrated movie. So underrated that I loved it. And I told you this. I forgot about it, that it was in my freaking top 10. And I forgot to put it in my top 10. I love that movie. But I love what he did. I want to see him do another Apes. Is he supposed to do another Apes?
I don't know. I can take a look real quick and see if he is doing another Apes. But remember that 9-minute mouse guard footage that he released before he got hired to do the Planet of the Apes movie? Even those 9 minutes of footage were amazing for the project that was shuttered, and it looked like this guy knows exactly what he's doing. So yeah, it's exciting to see him be a part of Zelda. And clearly he's shown that he can work within the confines of a franchise and an IP like he did with Planet of the Apes. So it's a smart move on so many levels. And the guy graduated from the Florida State University College of Motion Pictures Arts. So he's a Seminole by association. I would say.
I'm a Wes Ball fan. I like Wes Ball. And I think that if this movie does what it could, this could be the biggest movie box office wise for Wes Ball, hands down.
Oh, possibly. Yeah. Get some points, Wes. Get some back end points, man.
100%. If you can get people pumped with this trailer, get the world really looking good. Yeah. This could be the next franchise. This could be the next one. Because there's so many different games. The world is so rich. It's so rich, and like fantasy for me. I never got into the Zelda games playing them, but my daughter would play like the most recent ones, like 3-4 years ago. She was playing them on Super Nintendo or the Nintendo Switch,
right?
And I remember just going in and I played a couple boards with her. I was terrible at it, but I was just watching what was going on. I'm like, this is a cool world, man. I want to see something else in this world. Like you're always going to get me with the fantasy stuff. You know, do it, and if you can do it in an epic way like this, and you got Wes Ball in, this now is a very highly anticipated movie for me.
Yeah. Put it on your list. May 7th, 2027.
May 7th. Yeah. What do you think, guys? You think May 7th? That's the date. You start off summer hot. What say you? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Yeah. All right. Last thing.